Hi there, it's Leon, and in this clip I want to tell you a few things about Satanism. I was involved in Satanism on two separate occasions. The first time I was in it for about 15 months, and the second time approximately 3.5 years. And what I see as passing as Satanism now is not. I put this down to the internet. You have people declaring themselves to be Satanists, and they seem to know nothing. You also have scammers, people claiming to be wizards, magus, whatever, and they're selling the black magic rituals on PDF files usually, and they demand top dollar for them. And you have these so-called orders, Order of Satan, whatever, and they too demand a lot of money without giving you a preview of what you should expect. So I will go through my personal experience, and this is to inform those of you who may consider yourselves Satanists, but I don't know whether you are or not, because a lot of things do pass for Satanism as not true, and it would be more dangerous to you than to anyone else. I also issue this clip so those of the various Abrahamic faiths, particularly Christianity, who want to take on Satanism have an idea what they're really up against. A lot of the things being passed around as information on Satanism are nothing more than internet rumours with nothing behind it and no sense behind it. And then there are those of you who are just generally interested and want to know what it's all about. So I'll be going through a chapter of the book I wrote, Creed of Asia, which is free by the way, as Smashwords, and I'll just explain a few things to you. If you don't know, you should know, and we'll take it from there. We'll start off, and you might be asking, what is Satanism? Well, Satanism is a term, you could say describes a religion, an ideology, but more accurately a creed, and it's a creed of rebellion against the current order. Now, we have an order established by the God of Abraham, and what Satanism really seeks to do is push the accepted figurehead of God, that being Jehovah, push him out and put the Satan in his place. And also the rebellious demons or angels, we're black angels I suppose, otherwise known as the Clipper, in their place. So it's a reversal. It's a reversal of order. It's a reversal of position. Now, one thing I want to point out to you is that Satan is a title and it's not actually a name of a demon. And the proper terminology, if the proper name of Satan is Adam's Satan. Some people refer to him as Ha-Satan, but it's Adam's Satan, meaning adversary or accuser of man. And the title Satan is currently held by Lucifer. And just going through, it's basically a government in exile. If you want to compare it, you can compare it to the PLO and Israel. You had the PLO, which formed a government in exile, which was recognised by some countries, and yet you have Israel, which officially is the state which the Palestinians claim. It's along those lines. So you've got the current Satan, who is Lucifer. You could think of like when the Gulf War, the last one, where the Americans overran Iraq and Saddam Hussein was on the run, but he wasn't captured. And in that period he was still referred to by his loyalists as the president of Iraq, even though on the ground obviously he had no control over the country. So that's what Satanism is about. It's an order for a coup, so to speak. Now, Satanism is polytheistic rather than monotheistic. And I'll try and describe to you. If you have the sacred book of the magic of Abraham Melin, this will describe the order of Satan, if you want to say it that way. On top you have 4 princes, and these are princes of this earth in this world. You have Satan, Lucifer, Belial, and Leviathan. 4. Now, Satan is the title. It's not an individual demon itself. Much as with the Queen of England. So you have the Queen and you have Elizabeth Windsor. Now, 2 separate personalities, or personas as perceived, and yet one person. So the title Satan has certain formalities, like the title Queen. What Elizabeth Windsor would say as a person, she cannot say as the Queen, because she's bound by protocol. Same applies in Satanism and with the Satan. Now, as with any monarchy, if you want to refer to the demon realm as that, you'll find it functions quite similarly to voodoo. In voodoo you have Papa Legba. He is the guardian of the gateways. So you have to give first worship and adoration to Papa Legba. Then, once he's happy, you can go through to the other Loa. So with my Satanism, what I had to do was give first worship and adoration to Satan. Then I'd proceed to my favourite prince, who was Leviathan. And it's like, if, let's say, you want to see Prince Charles, you first have to give proper respect to his mother. You may prefer Prince Charles, but that does not make you disloyal to the crown. So you say it's an office of the crown. That's what Satan is. I would like to point out that Satanism is actually quite scalable. You can add and subtract as you like, so long as you acknowledge the 4 princes and the 8 sub-princes who serve them, and beyond that it's groupings of demons. Some of the groups have joint ownership by 2 of the sub-princes. Some answer directly to one sub-prince, who in turn answers to the prince, one of the princes. And so, another thing I'd like to point out is, as Satan is a title, it is subject to challenge, much as like the title of Queen or President is subject to challenge. And the title God is subject to challenge, because there's plenty of people who go around saying, I am God. But, their chances of actually taking that title and enforcing it are very rare. I would say impossible. And if you look at the title Satan, which is held by Lucifer, there is one conceivable challenge, and that is by Moloch. Now, if you understand Kabbalah, and I will go into this on a later clip, you'll see that Satan, the title and the holder, and Moloch are actually joint rulers on the tree of death at the highest level. For Sephirah called Philmiel,